Hey now, everybody. My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here to talk about a 2015 or 14. I still can't figure this out. Literally, on IMDb it says 2014, but on this Rotten Tomatoes it says 2015. In any event, it was written and directed by David Robert Mitchell, and it's called It Follows. This film, I'm trying to debate how much I should talk about, like, the plot and stuff, because I didn't see any of the trailers, I didn't see any of the commercials or promotion or anything as far as when it came out. I heard of this movie through various reviews and just internet hype. People online talking about this movie, praising it like crazy, saying how great it was. So before I get into the plot, before I get into some of the stuff that goes on in this movie, if you just want to know my initial thoughts, reactions, I really, really enjoyed this film. I liked it a lot. I did. So now let's get into it. The plot is we meet the main character, who is played by Maika Monroe, and you see her at the beginning. She's this very nice girl, pretty. She just met this guy who she likes and she's gone on a couple dates with. And she ends up losing her virginity to him. And it's funny how the first, 10 minutes or so of this movie doesn't even feel like a horror movie. It feels like one of those small indie-like movies that I've seen plenty of at this like small-time theater in Boston that plays a lot of these like lower-budget movies that are more so about like teenagers either falling in love or trying to figure out who they want to be in life. That's usually what those movies are about. I like watching movies like that. So seeing how this movie looked like it was going to be another one of that, like if I didn't already know what it was going to be about, that's what you would think. Until when she does lose her virginity to him, when they do have sex, he chloroforms her, ties her up, and says, "Alright, look. So, somebody gave me this thing, right? And I just passed it on to you." Where basically, whatever this is, it's going to follow you. We don't even really know if it's some supernatural force or a demon or some spiritual thing. We don't know, but it can pretend to look like anybody. It could be a stranger, or it could be somebody that you know, that you love, close to you, and it will try to kill you. Sure, it's slow, but it will eventually catch up to you. The only way to get rid of it is to pass it on to somebody else. So that's what this girl has to deal with. Her sister and her friends try to help her as much as they can, but still, this thing is a force to be reckoned with. Now, like I said, I really, really enjoyed it. I want to talk about some of the reasons why I liked it. Like I said, it was very subtle with the horror. And I think that's what I appreciated the most. And in many ways, it felt like a throwback to like an 80s horror film where, I don't want to say that it's slow because it never felt slow. It did feel like things were happening, but not like, oh my god, blood and guts and gore everywhere, people getting killed left and right. No, that's not what's going on. It's more about the psychological aspect of it. Just the idea of like, what if this was you? What would it be like? Or just the main character trying to figure out who she can trust. And when is this thing going to be coming after her? Who is it going to pretend to be? One scene where she's in class and she just sees this really old woman walking towards her. Nobody else can see it, and it's walking to it. She's trying to talk to it. It's not saying anything. It's coming right for her. And then another thing that I liked is that when she goes to her sister, when she goes to her friends, you could very easily have this movie be like, oh, everybody closes her off because they think she's crazy. Hell, if a friend of mine came up to me and said, fuck, this is happening, I would have been like, haha, that sucks. No, I wouldn't just leave them there. That came off bad. I just mean I probably wouldn't believe them, and I'd be like, you're crazy, have fun dealing with that. But I like how her sister, her friends, don't call her bullshit. I don't want to say they just flat out believe her, because it does sound far-fetched, but they do know that something crazy is happening. There is enough proof that something is up. And they're with her, trying to figure it out. They're trying to protect her. Sure, one of the kids in the group, he clearly has a thing for her. Even when he knows for sure that this is a real thing, he's like, well, the only way to get rid of this is for you to have sex with somebody, huh? Oh, wow, like, that sucks. I'll be that guy. Hey, I mean, like, we've established how dangerous, how fucked up, how just mentally screwed up this girl is from dealing with this. And he's so thinking about wanting to hook up with her, he's willing to take this for her. There you go. That's guys for you. Also, this movie, you know, with such a fucked up plot, such a messed up way for you to catch this thing. Horror movies, I feel like for years, have been trying to tell teens, if you have sex, you're gonna die. Every Friday the 13th movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, they've all had teenagers that if they have sex, they get killed by the killer. This movie, literally, if you have sex, it's like a disease, a sexually transmitted disease that will kill you. This movie is successfully the first horror film to create a reason to not have sex. There you go. I enjoyed this film, not only for the originality, but for the creep factor, the fact that it was so simple with how it did the horror and the thrills, but it was creepy. It was some scenes disturbing to watch. And I also really like the way it was shot. This director, I mean, I can't recall seeing a movie directed by him before this, but the cinematography I thought was amazing. Some shots were beautiful, so you could tell he was taking this seriously. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Definitely recommend it. My rating, I know it's not really in theaters, but I'm going to rate this movie and give it a full price. It Follows. I'm giving a full price. Definitely check this movie out if you get the chance. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen It Follows. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.